Mean, mode, and median. In this module, you will learn collecting and organizing data, representative values such as mean, mode, and median. We have already learnt about what is data, types of data, collection of data and tabulation of data, and also put them in form of graphs. But does this sufficient data give us all the related information? Suppose we have a data for train name and its start point and end point. Is this data enough to know whether this train will stop at our nearest station? Or at what time will it reach Mumbai or Delhi? For this, collection of data must be proper. Let us learn this in a more clear sense. As we learn that collection of data must be proper, therefore, before collecting a data, we must know what this data is used for and what more information we require related to data. So, for that, an appropriate data must be collected before tabulating it. Example, suppose we need a railway timetable for noting the arrival and departure time of the trains from Delhi and Mumbai. So for this, they need a list of trains that pass through Delhi and Mumbai with their times. Therefore, a large collection of data is required for evaluating this related information. Therefore, proper collection of data is so important in such cases. When we record a data, we have to organize it, but we do need it. Let us see an example to understand it. Mrs. Sheila goes for shopping and is calculating how much she spent in total for the day. For this, she wrote on a paper the prices of items as 30, 20, 10, 15, 25, 12 and 9. But now she was confused to understand which item was costliest. So her daughter helped her to organize the data in the following way. Now in this form, she got proper data about item prices, but then her son advised her to organize it in such a way that the items with greater price must be kept at top. So finally, Mrs. Sheila got the data organized in such a way that by seeing the table, she could easily get related information, such as which item is costliest and which one is cheap. Thus, organizing data in a better way helps us to easily understand and interpret the data. Now, let us learn about the term average. In your daily life, you must have come across many people saying that the average speed of the bike is 110 km per hour. The average temperature in a year is 35 degrees. Soham spends an average of 5 hours a day on his mobile. How is it calculated? Do you think the above statements are true? Let us see it. The speed of bike is not always 110 km per hour, but it may run at a speed of 120 km per hour or 100 km per hour also. But if we take an average of all these, we can get that nearly 110 km per hour, the bike. Similarly, Soham may have spent 4 hours on his mobile someday or 6 hours or more. By average, we take as 5 hours just to balance it. Thus, we see that average is a number that represents or shows the central tendency of a group of observation of data. Since average lies between the highest and lowest value of the given data, we say average is a measure of the central tendency of the group of data. Different forms of data need different forms of representative central value to describe it. One of these values is arithmetic mean. Let us study it next. The most common representative value of a group of data is the arithmetic mean or the mean. The average or arithmetic mean, AM, is simply called mean, is defined as mean is equal to sum of all the observation divided by number of observation. Let us see an example to understand it. Nisha works for 6 hours, 9 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours and 7 hours respectively from Monday to Friday in a week. How many hours does she work daily on an average? Solution. The average hours Nisha works would be the total of the number of hours she worked divided by number of days she worked. That is equal to 35 divided by 5 equals to 7 hours. Thus, we get Nisha worked for 7 hours daily on an average. So, the arithmetic mean of the data is 7 hours. Similarly, we can calculate the average or arithmetic mean, or simply mean, by adding the number of data divided by count of number of data. The difference between the highest and lowest observation gives us an idea of spread of observation. We can calculate it by subtracting the lowest observation from the highest observation. The result obtained is called the range of observation. Example, marks of 10 students of a class are given as 49, 30, 38, 45, 20, 19, 47, 31, 22 and 35. Calculate first, highest and lowest marks. Second, range of marks. Third, mean of the marks. Solution. First, arrange the marks in descending order. So the highest marks are 49 and lowest are 19. Now to calculate the range, subtract the lowest marks from the highest. That is 49 minus 19 equals 30. Now, mean can be calculated as add the marks of 10 students, divide by total number of students, that is 10. So we get 336 divided by 10 equals 33.6. Thus, mean of the data is 33.6. There are other forms of representative values too. Let us study another form of representative value known as mode. Mode of a set of observation is the observation that occurs the most often. Let us learn with an example. Find the mode of the data of given set of numbers 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 2, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now first arrange the values in ascending order or descending order as done in mean. So we get 6 is the frequency that is occurring the most. Thus, 6 is the mode of the given data. If we have to calculate mode of a large number of data, on seeing we cannot say which frequency occurs the most and which can be the mode as done in previous example. For example, see this data. So if we have to tabulate the data using tally marks and count the frequency of the data, put the frequency occurring in first column and mark a tally mark for it for each occurrence in second column and calculate the total in third column at last. Let us do an example for this. Hence, we can get the count for highest occurring frequency from the table. Here, 4 is the highest occurring frequency. So, 4 is the mode of the data. Let us learn another measure of central tendencies, known as median. Median refers to the value which lies in the middle of the data, when arranged in an increasing or decreasing order, with half of the observation above it and the other half below it, if number of observation is odd. Let us learn with example. Find median of the given data 6, 18, 22, 9, 15, 20 and 11. First, arrange them in ascending order. So we get 6, 9, 11, 15, 18, 20 and 22. As per definition, the middle value in this data is 15. Therefore, 15 is the median of the given data. Thus, we see that mean, mode, and median are the numbers that are representative values of a group of observation of data that lies between the minimum and maximum values of the data, and they are called as measure of central tendencies. Let us revise all that we learned in this module on mean, mode, and median.